the van and I'm just checking where I'm going on my instructions, but it's time to go. It's about 10 to 11, so it's not bad actually considering. I've literally just thrown everything in the back of the van. I set off a little bit later than I wanted to, so I don't want to mess around. I just want to get the van and get some miles under me, get into Wales. So I might need to make a pit stop on the way at the shops just to collect a couple of bits. But yeah, I think I've got everything. I think I've got more than everything. So yeah, heading off to Wales now. I shall see you at the next stop. So I've arrived in Wales, and as soon as I got here I ran into problems, as in the main road that I'm taking to get to the first destination is now closed. So it forked and SatNav said I could go the other way, it's a bit slower, so I decided to take that route. And these roads are not roads, they are lanes, only one car can fit down them. It reminds me very much of Guernsey, and I'm just hoping nobody comes the other way, because obviously this isn't my van and I'm not quite used to doing reversing in it yet. So yeah, I'm following these farm tracks, hoping I'll get there in one piece. So this is fun. After what feels a very long drive today, I don't know what it is about Shropshire, but it just seems to take ages to get through it, and you're just driving along a lot of long windy lanes and you normally get some very cautious driver in front of you. Anyway, as soon as I hit Wales, I then hit a road closure, which was equally as annoying because I then got sent down this farm track, and it added about an extra half an hour on my journey. But then after that, the roads were pretty good, apart from more cautious drivers. I finally got to my first stop, which is not far from the Elan Valley. Just a bit of a pit stop. Luckily, I found a car park. I fought my way with the ticket machine to get a ticket. Nothing seems simple today. And there's toilets here on site as well. There's actually overnight parking at this campsite as well for campers and coaches and stuff, which is really good. So it's boiling, which is the good news. So I'm going to take these bits off and get changed to something a little bit lighter, and then I'm just going to nip into the town to get some extra bits and pieces and something for lunch before I make my way to the next stop. So I wasn't actually going to stop here long. This was literally just a pit stop basically. There was no shops or anything on the way here at all, so I'm glad I stocked up my cooler bag before I came. I had a feeling that would be the case. Mid Wales is very countrified, shall we say, which is great as long as you're prepared. So as I said before, I literally threw everything in the van and set off, and anyway, we shall see what we can find. I need to get changed though because I'm boiling. So as you can see, it's a bit of a mess in here. I've literally just thrown everything in because I've just got to find some clothes somewhere. Well, that's a little bit tidier at least. And I've got shorts and t-shirt on now, so I feel a bit better. Right, it's time to go and have a look round and get a few bits and pieces from this little town. Ah, finally a shop. Got everything. Should be able to survive on what I've got at least. Tempting as it is to get fish and chips, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time in the van. I'm gonna make myself a sandwich, and I'm not staying here too long actually. I want to get moving again. Now, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of these mines. This mining site is considered the most important non-ferrous metal mining site in Wales. Within the site is evidence for all phases of mining activity, from the Bronze Age through to medieval period, to its revival in the 18th century, and the peak of activity with a subsequent decline in the late 19th and early 20th century. Silver, lead and zinc have been mined in the valley since Roman times, an activity that reached its peak in the 18th century.
This site is the largest of very many mines in the area. The average age of death of the miners here was 32, largely because of the acute lead poisoning. There is no longer any active metal mining in the valley. This site is known to have first been mentioned in 1535 and may have prehistoric or medieval origins, although dating and identification of earlier workings have been masked and eliminated by later workings. In the 1640s, the mine was worked by Thomas Bushell. In the 1770s, it was worked most successfully by Thomas Bonsell, and another period of prosperity began in 1848 when John Taylor was in charge. The mines were last worked between 1939 and 1940, and the interest continued after the Second World War, where bores were made.
So that was the lead mine workings. Not a load to see, but a lot of history here, no doubt. So windy out there. I was going to fly the drone, but to be honest, I think I saw what was all that was there anyway. So next stop, we are going to go to Hafod Estate and the Cavern Cascade. So it's only about 10 minutes away, thankfully. I've had enough of driving today, so I'm going to get straight back on the road for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll stop and actually go hiking. So I have no internet whatsoever. I can't even use sat-nav with Google Maps. So I've basically just followed the roads and found the Hafod Estate car park. It's a National Trust car park. I don't think I have to pay, which is a bonus. There's a few sort of places in the shade. I've managed to park in the shade, which is good because this van's getting a bit hot now. There's a lot of picnic benches and there's quite a few people here actually. So let's go for a little walk. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to make a picnic to take with me on this hike. I've not really had anything to eat. So I've bought some bread and some ham, and I've got cheese and bits and pieces. So yeah, I'm gonna make some sandwiches. So much better. Alright, now I can stand up. I'm gonna make some lunch to take with me. I couldn't be doing with bending over like that. The beauty of this van is that it's got a pop top, thank goodness for that. So I can spend a little bit of time sorting out something to eat properly without having to crouch down to do it. Whew. Now it seems to be the case that there's several different walks and different routes, and I'm not sure which one to go on. Okay, I want to get to the Cavern Cascade, which is on the red route, and I haven't got time to do the whole 3-hour walk. So I'm going to cut across from the blue route and then cut onto the red route, I think. And then I can make my way back somehow. You watch me get lost. This is a classic Lisa move. I have a map, but I'm not great at reading maps. Yeah, so I want to go to number 2, which is a waterfall. I can't remember what the name of it is. I shall put it on the screen. And then number 7, which is the Cavern Cascade, which is quite far up. And then I'm just going to have to scrap the rest of the walk and come back. And I've realised I need a wee now I've set off. How typical. think there were supposed to be toilets at that car park, but I didn't look, to be quite honest. Oh well. It was such a pretty waterfall and like so unspoiled. Not a piece of rubbish anywhere, and the colours, the browns and the greens, especially because it's getting on for 5 o'clock. The sun's dropping a little bit lower, so the lighting is so much more flattering. So pretty. Right, next one. Not meant to go this way, but I'm sure I've spotted another bridge. I want to have a quick look. Maybe it's private land. Warm. It's very warm. So yes, I think that might be a little bridge to private property. So I'll go back on the actual green route, which is where I should be. So as you can see, the bridge I've just come over, and we're now going down the other side of where that waterfall was. These trees are amazing. Look how straight they are.